Hey folks, Dave here. It's been a long time since I've done a dog walk video. Then again, it's been a long time since I've had a dog to walk. But I thought I'd just kind of have some fun here today. I don't know, throw some random thoughts down here as I take my walk out in the neighborhood down the street. So, yesterday I went for a walk. It's the first walk in a long time. And I last night my butt cheeks actually hurt. Yeah, because I hadn't skated or walked in, I don't know, maybe a month or two. And yeah, it was like, wow, it's been a long time since I've had any issues walking. But yeah, my butt cheeks were hurting. Too funny. So I guess I better get back out here and keep this going, right? So anyway, couple of thoughts here as I'm out walking. Oh, shout out to JC. He used to walk the dogs like early in the morning and do videos like this. And I used to like, listening to him just kind of do his thing. As he just talked about games or whatever while he walked the dogs. It's kind of a nice relaxing chat, so that's kind of what I'm hoping to do here. Tebow did it not that long ago too, and I think Marco, so I think I jump back in today and see how it goes. But last night I went to the rink, back at work again, and I actually jumped out on the court just with my sneakers on and was passing the ball around and see if I could still do it. And it was kind of weird because when I looked down, when the ball hit my stick, that was the blind spot and I couldn't see it. So I could see the ball coming, but when I looked down, I couldn't see it hit my stick. So, but it was fun getting out there for a bit, just doing that. And, hopefully someday I'll get back out there. Never know. But it's just something I wanted to try. Because it hasn't even been 3 weeks yet. So I figured I'd give it a try. But I did notice by the end of the night, the distortion was less that I was looking at. And I was kind of excited about that because for the first time in over a week, I've noticed a change. And the change was for the better. And I was pretty happy because the other night I sat down and Barbara says, "Oh, you're going to play something?" And I says, "Yeah, I think I'm going to try to, play something." And I get on the computer and I set it up. And when I looked at the computer, I couldn't see anything. It was just so bad. I think because I was tired. It was late at night and so I just had to go to bed. And I was so bummed out that I couldn't really see anything on the computer at all. And then the next day I got up and it was better. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of back to where I was. Because I just don't want any setbacks, And then that night I played and no issues at all. Well, I mean, I was back to my new normal. But I wasn't regressing, which I was happy about. But last night at the rink, I don't know what happened, but I just was looking around and everything. And I said, boy, I'm kind of seeing a little better. This thing is fading a little bit. It's shrinking a little bit, I thought. So I don't know if I'm just used to it. You can hear everybody mowing their lawns today. It's just such a nice day out here that everyone's out there cutting their grass. But I thought it was getting a little better. I thought. And I got up this morning and it was kind of the same thing. I was like, oh wow, this is just a change. It's getting a little bit more see-through, and the spot that I'm looking at is a little less distorted, smaller. So I thought. And so I was excited about that. And I posted something about, I think my vision's getting better. And then I get on the computer, and I was doing pretty good for about an hour or so. And then at some point, the vision started to go again. Yeah, so it was just on the computer though. And then now that I'm out here walking around, it seems to be kind of back where it was last night, where it's just a little bit better, a little more transparent, and a little smaller. So I guess, 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. You're still moving forward, is that what they say? So that was, I thought was kind of good news, was that I had some improvement. And boy, I tell you, if it can keep going in that direction, I'll be a pretty happy boy. Over. Okay. So that being said, I'm waiting on a package to arrive from you know who, and I'll talk about that tonight. We're going to be recording a show tonight, I'm pretty sure. This is Wednesday, June 3rd, and so we're going to record today. I'm going to talk about a couple new products that are coming in the mail and why I'm going to do them. But a lot of it stems from what I'm going through with that. When I played some football the other night, I enjoyed it. Some baseball the other night, I enjoyed it. I set up Hockey Bones last night. I haven't played Hockey Bones in a while. And those cards have got the small symbols and numbers. And I didn't really have a problem. I played for 15 to 20 minutes last night before I went to bed. And it was going all right. Now let's see what happens today when I get in front of the computer again when I get home. Let's see if it's working or not. I'm kind of hoping to stream the second and third period of the third period. See how today goes. But I had played some Hockey Bones last night, and well, of course, I saw something on YouTube, and it was Bruins Penguins. They had this big long video about the 69-70 Bruins, and I've seen it before, but it's always fun to watch. So they were playing the Penguins in Pittsburgh, and I was like, well, I gotta play that game. And they ended up tying that game, but on my table, who was it? Busick and I forget who else scored. Busick and Esposito, I think, scored in the first minute of play. So Boston leads 2-0. So that always makes me happy. It's always fun to have your team you like winning. So I played, first 8 or 10 minutes of the first period last night, and the Bruins went up quickly, so it was kind of fun. So I'm hoping to get that on the channel. I know I just said that, but just kind of walking and talking right now. But yeah, I'm excited about this other product I want to do. I know I have a million products going, but this is one I think I'm going to try to stick with. And I'll announce that tonight on the podcast. I don't want to give it away here. But that kind of is going to lead us to the show topic tonight, which is going to be separating the players from the person. And it's something we talked about. I look back, it was about a year and a half ago, we did the topic on this, playing the bad guys, and, what do you do if, you got, bad real life people on your tabletop, how do you handle it? And so we're going to talk about that again, but we're going to go a little deeper, and we're going to go a little wider, maybe take a little wider view of that subject. So that's going to be the topic tonight, and that'll lead into one of the products that I would like to do, and I'm looking forward to, and a few other reasons for that project too, which I'll get into tonight. But anyway, so I'm looking down the street right now, as you can see that there, and it's pretty clear. I do have this mark on the right side that keeps bouncing around in my eye, but for the most part, it seems a little better today, so I'm pretty happy with that. I do want to send out a big thank you to everybody who sent me a message, contacted me, and just in any way, just said something. Because I truly believe that, all the prayers and the good wishes have done me some good, because, something like this happens, you just want to give up. You do. I'm just going to lay in bed and, but so many people reached out to me, and they're like, take your time, come back when you can. We like your stuff. The community, likes watching your stuff and listening to your stuff. And it's just like, okay. So I got back pretty quick. I tried to get on there, and there was times I couldn't see anything. And I still was doing videos, but I needed to try to push myself to get back to normal. This was what I was doing. And, much like last night, just getting out on the court and passing a ball around on my sneakers just to get back to some sense of normal, But yeah, to everybody that reached out, you have no idea how much that meant to me. Because, you never know what to do. Like, when something happens to somebody, I don't know, do you reach out? You don't want to, flood them with messages and have them get overwhelmed. And, so you never know what to do. And if you don't say anything, doesn't mean you don't care. You know what I mean? But I really appreciate everybody that reached out. And I didn't get back to everybody either. There's some, especially if you sent it to me while I was in the hospital, I just couldn't read it. There's a lot of stuff I couldn't read. And so I did get it all, and I kind of tried to read it with one eye the best I could, but it was tough getting back to everybody. So don't think I don't care and that I'm taking the responses for granted. It's just I physically couldn't do it when I was in the hospital. But even still, people still text me or text the text line or send me a message one way or another, an email, and it's it still means a lot, that you guys are out there and checking in on me to see how I'm doing. Even though I'm still going live a couple times a week, it's still, the personal touch is kind of nice. It really is. So I just, again, thank you so much. Even if you just commented on Facebook, it just means a lot, because there's people that I've heard from that I've never heard from. Just people who were in the group or listened to the show and just reached out, and it's like, wow, I've never heard from this person, and I didn't realize that they listened or watched anything I did, and they took the time to reach out, and that was pretty nice too. Plus all the regulars that were reaching out to me, even now, like consistently, almost daily, people still reaching out, and that really means a lot to me too. But getting back to gaming, really excited to talk about what's coming up tonight and why I'm doing this particular project. I don't want to keep teasing you guys with it, but I do want to save it for the show. And it ties in real nicely with the topic of the show tonight too. So looking forward to that. I have been moving forward with some of my other projects, so I know you guys think I just jump all over the place, but I am still being consistent with my 1979 Fast Drive football season. I'm in week 5. I played a game on YouTube a few days ago, okay? And that's when I was having a tough night. So I played one game and I signed off because I just couldn't see anything that night. But then I did go back and play another game the next day. So I've been pretty consistent with that. I'm in week 5. I'm trying to play everybody. And that's one of those games you can bang out a couple pretty quick and get some results, and it's kind of fun. So I've been consistent with that, and I did play another game, 1977 football, and I'm using Solitaire Pro Football, and I've been just playing whatever it is on the Finder. Like sometimes I play as played. I'm not playing as played with 77 Solitaire Pro because I'm going to play the whole season, again, hopefully, and see where everything lands. So if a guy, didn't play in a game and he got yards or he got a catch or something, not too worried about it because, in the long haul, it's based on the season. So I kind of like to see what my results are going to be. Now, I've only played 1 week. I think I got through week 1 with that. Because again, that takes me like an hour and 20 minutes to play a game of Solitaire Pro. So, so I got week 1 in the books. I actually had, just in case anybody's playing 77, I do want to shout out to say something. Get over here in the shade. If you're playing 77 for Solitaire Pro, let me say that there's a couple of teams that were put in the wrong division. And it was the NFC West. And I don't know if it was Atlanta, New Orleans, and San Francisco or something like that. But if you're playing 77, you might have to go into the team file and change the division from Central to West. Because when I played a couple of games, it was putting everybody in the Central. I'm like, wait, Atlanta's not in the Central, and whoever they played is not in the Central, they're in the West. So I manually changed it, and I think I got it all set. But, we'll find out when I play another game with those teams if they stay in the West or not. So keep in mind that if you're playing 77, before you get going, go and check all the divisions of the teams just on the team file. That's what I would suggest. But yeah, so I have been consistent with that, playing a game here, a game there. So I'm pretty happy that I've been continuing Solitaire Pro, Fast Drive Football 79. The one project I did peel off of and haven't played in many months was my let me get this stick out of the way. There we go. 1976 payoff pitch Boston Red Sox season. And it's too bad because my Red Sox are doing really well. Fisk has been playing out of his mind. Yaz stole a couple of bases already. And I think I'm 10 or 12 games in, and I was doing really well with that, really enjoying it. And I got away from that when I started playing the APBA Master game. That kind of took all my attention for baseball for a while. And now, I was using Digital Diamond. And I really like that, but the one thing that drives me nuts about Digital Diamond is sometimes how they present the stats. I just don't like the looks of it. Just personal preference. And the other thing is, you can't really click on a team and see their schedule and see the games played and the upcoming games. Every other program does that, but Digital Diamond does not do that. And I'm like, son of a gun, why won't they do that? So I don't know if I want to go back to that project now that I have Game Pulse, and obviously Paul Fay's got his new thing I want to check out as far as that stuff goes. Across the street. So I'm up in the air what I want to do with that payoff pitch season, because I'm kind of just I want to be able to look at the schedule. There's certain things that we like in our games, whether it's on the table or on the computer, and there's some things I just want to have. I want to look and see that the games I played and the upcoming games. I like to see that, and I don't know why Digital Diamond doesn't do that. Yeah, this is kind of repeating the same area here. I just do the loop and then I go around the plaza. Is what I like to do. That's what I used to do with the dog. He used to like that route. Just like it gives us a little extra something. Like I'm almost at a mile right now, and if I go around the plaza, I'll probably have like a mile and a quarter by the time I get back. But yeah, so the Digital Diamond, it misses that, and that's real important to me. So there's a plane heading into the airport. So I kind of backed off it, which is too bad, because again, the Sox were doing really well in 76. I'm kind